Federal Judge Michael Raines retires after 30 years of upholding the Constitution. Wanting peace, he purchases a serene 15-acre ranch in Elmswood Estates, a semi-rural gated community overseen by a notoriously strict HOA. He's not the type to flaunt authority, just a man seeking nature and freedom. But within days of moving in, he meets her. Karen Whitmore, the president of the Elmswood HOA, shows up uninvited on a four-wheeler, clipboard in hand. She grills him about his driveway gravel, mailbox height, and questions the legality of his barn renovation permits. Michael attempts diplomacy, unaware Karen views Elmswood not as a neighborhood, but as her fiefdom. When he brings a truck onto his own land, delivering livestock fencing, Karen blocks it with her golf cart and calls the sheriff, accusing him of trespassing on his own ranch. The deputy recognizes Michael. Quietly embarrassed, he apologizes and leaves. Karen, however, vows to report him to the HOA board. Michael begins to dig deeper into this HOA, and what he finds disturbs him. Karen ramps up the harassment. Michael receives weekly violation letters for absurd infractions: grass too wild, improper mailbox shade, and unsanctioned livestock sounds. Residents start whispering. One elderly widow shares how Karen fined her $500 for wind chimes. Another admits she's scared to put up holiday lights. A veteran was nearly foreclosed on over a decorative flag. Michael quietly begins documenting every HOA action, violation notice, and Karen's personal involvement. As a former federal judge, he notices inconsistencies, illegal enforcements, and selective punishment, all in violation of state property codes and federal housing laws. He contacts a local property rights attorney under an alias. They meet in secret and compare notes. Turns out the HOA has been funneling dues into a discretionary fund managed solely by Karen. It's not just abuse, it's embezzlement. And Karen's arrogance blinds her to who she's messing with. Michael hosts a modest barbecue on his land with a few local families. Nothing loud, nothing wild. Karen shows up, phone in hand, screaming about unauthorized gatherings. Minutes later, 4 sheriff deputies arrive, responding to a disturbance involving a suspicious individual impersonating a property owner. Michael calmly shows them his deed, IDs himself, and then reveals he's Judge Michael Raines, retired Ninth Circuit federal judge. The air shifts. One deputy's eyes go wide. He clerked under Raines a decade ago. Karen's face drains of color, but she's still defiant, warning she'll take this to the HOA board. Michael says nothing, just smiles. Later that night, Michael files an official complaint with the State Attorney General's office and sends a 78-page dossier of HOA violations, the legal fines, and financial mismanagement to multiple agencies, including the IRS and Department of Housing. The countdown begins. Karen receives a formal federal subpoena. Within weeks, the Elmswood HOA office is raided. Computers, files, and personal bank accounts are seized. Karen is arrested for fraud, misuse of community funds, and unauthorized property seizures. News crews swarm the quiet community. Michael sipping coffee on his porch, watches as federal agents escort Karen past his ranch. She glares, defeated. Residents gather on his lawn, asking him to lead the transition committee to dissolve the HOA. He declines leadership, but offers to oversee the legal framework to replace it with a voluntary civic council. Months later, Elmswood thrives. Families repaint homes, put up swings, enjoy barbecues without fear. Michael's ranch becomes a symbol of standing up to tyranny, no matter how petty the tyrant. And Karen, sentenced to 4 years, banned from ever participating in any community leadership again. Michael didn't seek revenge. He sought justice. And justice, as always, was served.